Is there a predictable way to move conflict forward? What a great question, and I'm happy to answer it for you today. I'm Karl Pister. For more than 3 decades, I've worked with leaders in healthcare, executive teams, and high-stakes environments where conflicts cannot be avoided, and improvisation is not good enough. One of the most common questions I hear is there an organized method that helps conflict move in a predictable direction? The short answer is yes. The longer answer is this: conflict feels unpredictable because most people enter it without a structure. When there's no structure, emotion drives a sequence. When emotion drives a sequence, direction gets lost. Think about that again. How many times have you been in a high emotion environment and everything goes sideways? When emotion drives a sequence, direction gets lost. So let's slow this down, put on the brakes, and let's take this apart. Conflict becomes chaotic when 3 things are unclear. 1, why we're here. 2, what we're solving. And 3, what needs to happen next. If you want conflict to move predictably, you need a simple framework that governs a conversation. Step 1, define the purpose. Before discussing the issue, define the purpose of the conversation. Well, people know. They know there's a problem. They know the purpose. No, they don't. I'll give you $1 for every time that you can ask around the room, John, what do you think the purpose is? John comes up with A, Jane comes up with B, Jill comes up with C, and we wonder why we have problems. So again, define the purpose of the conversation. Not the complaint, not the frustration, not the story, the purpose. Because complaints are good, frustration's understandable, and everyone has a different story. That's not the purpose. Is the purpose about getting clarity? Is the purpose about getting alignment? Is it about repairing trust? Is it about resetting expectations? Now, it might be about a lot of those things. Is it about improving performance? When the purpose is explicit, the conversation has direction. Without it, people wander. Without direction, people wander. You might say now, the purpose of this conversation is to clarify the expectations going forward. Now all parties involved know what the lane they're in. They don't have to agree. They can bring up, well, we thought it was going to be this, but at least you've given them a venue to clarify that. So let's go to step 2. Separate the facts from interpretation. Oh, this is huge. The facts from interpretation. Most conflict escalates because facts and meaning get mixed together. What happened blends with what it meant. Got to slow that down. What specifically occurred? What observable behavior took place? Then and only then discuss the impact. Now, in today's environment, we sometimes hear, well, that was my feeling, that was my lived experience. Those are fine, but they're not factual. They're not. And just from a personal point of view, how I see things is probably not exactly how they happened. I run them through my lens of perception. I run them through decades of experience. I would love to believe that they were factual. And I can go into many meetings thinking I am correct. But I'll never lead well without an understanding. I'll never resolve conflict with this is how it actually happened. And when people say, oh, I have a great memory, I know exactly what happened, the research, trust me on this one, just is not reliable there. Our memories change over time. So as you go into conflict, make sure that what is actually seen is factual. Separate the facts from what actually happened. Then and only then can you discuss impact. When you separate events from interpretation, defensiveness drops, predictability increases, Let's hit step 3. Clarify impact without accusation. Impact matters, but tone matters more. Instead of, you were disrespectful, try, when that happened, here's the effect it had on me. Here's the effect it had on the other person. It's not saying you were disrespectful, it's this is what happened and this is the effect. That subtle shift keeps the focus on outcomes rather than on identity. When identity feels attacked, get this, when identity feels attacked, conflict escalates. When behavior is addressed, conflict can move. Something like, Karl, I realize it was probably completely unintentional. However, when you did X, Y occurred. I'm not the bad person. I just did something that caused a problem. I'm not bad. It's really important because people, when they feel like they're bad, defensiveness goes right to the roof. When I separate them from the behavior, conflict can move in the right direction. Step 4, define what forward agreement looks like. Every structured conflict conversation must end with clarity about what happens next. Not vague improvement. Not, okay, we'll try. No, specific forward agreement. What changes? Starting when? How will we both know? William Ury, who is one of the preeminent global experts on mediation and conflict resolution, wrote an incredible book called Possible. He wrote it about 2 years ago, published in the spring of 24, if I remember correctly. His comment is asking the people in the room, what can each of us do tomorrow? Starting with you, what can you do tomorrow to move this in a different direction? Starting when? How will we both know? This is where conflict turns into progress. Step 5, set a checkpoint. Predictability comes from follow-through. Without a good checkpoint, even good agreements drift. A simple statement like, let's revisit this in 2 weeks, that alone changes the trajectory. Now there's accountability built into the structure. So many times we have a great meeting. I've seen this so many times. People say, well, Karl, we did X, Y, and Z in October, and now it's February. And, well, what's the follow-through? Well, we haven't got back to it yet. Well, let me tell you, if you did something in October and you haven't addressed it in February, you might as well not have done it in October because it is gone down the memory bank drain. You've got to have accountability and follow-through. Here's the larger point. Conflict doesn't need to feel like a free-fall. When leaders bring structure into the room, emotional intensity lowers because uncertainty lowers. Let's hit that again. Emotional intensity lowers when uncertainty lowers. Easy equation. And uncertainty is what creates most of the anxiety in the first place. People don't know the next step. The human brain does not like the fact that it doesn't know what's happening in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. It doesn't like that. So address uncertainty as fast as you can. An organized method does not remove discomfort. Conflict is uncomfortable, but it replaces chaos with direction, and direction builds confidence. This entire series we're producing on our YouTube channel is about making conflict more skillful and less reactive. If this was helpful for you, subscribe and continue with the playlist. Before we finish today, let me leave you with one thought. Leadership often shows up most clearly during difficult conversations. If that's something you face in your role, we've created a free guide called Influence Under Pressure, the Leader's Guide to Difficult Conversations. It walks through a practical approach to handling those high-stakes moments well. You can download the guide using the link in the description below.